Dreams, Book 1 of the Dreams Trilogy, written by Serena J. Bishop, narrated by Serena J. Bishop. Prologue. Leela shielded her eyes from the early sun and watched the lone male silhouette of her farmhand walk towards her through the dry brush of the high desert. The outline of the rifle over his shoulder led her to believe he had been on a potentially messy detail. She wanted to yell, but knew he would not be able to hear. To pass the time while he hiked toward her, she pulled on her work gloves and began to load boxes into the bed of her pickup truck. The activity helped stave off the chill of the late October air. She glanced to the west and saw the snow-capped mountains of the Oregon Cascades and thought that at least it was warmer where she was. Her land was a much more suitable environment to raise her animals. She raised and loved a few dozen dairy goats that produced milk as equally delicious as it was suitable for making soaps and lotions, although she could only manufacture bath products on site at Bakshi Farm. Someday, she would be successful enough to have pasteurization facilities on site and not ship the milk to others. In 10 years, she would be making her own yogurt and cheese. If that wasn't living the American dream, she didn't know what was. Leela loaded the last of the boxes and retrieved her buzzing phone from her pocket. She rolled her eyes at the caller. Couch doc. As she texted a response to her therapist, Leela thought for someone whose job it was to see that she was on level, he had a lot of abandonment issues. Canceling one appointment didn't mean she was in a downward spiral. It meant she had to sell soap. With her gloves off and phone away, she rubbed her hands together for warmth. As she looked down at her boots, something else came to her attention that could provide a remedy to her chilled digits. She leaned down to the open pen beside her truck and picked up a golden bundle of heat and cuteness while the man with the rifle stopped before her. "How many?" she asked as she clutched the baby goat closer to her chest, prepared to mourn the loss of her herd. "None, but I definitely saw wolf tracks," Keith said in his slight Texan accent as he adjusted the rifle on his shoulder. "After I'm done milking, I'll call Jorge and see if he can help me patch the fence hole. If the farmer's market is slow, I can come back early to help. Or shoot." A puzzled expression crossed his weathered features. "There's just something strange about a vegetarian hunting." "It's not hunting. If something is on my property risking the lives of my goats or employees, it's a protective measure." Leela never liked to imagine taking the life of any creature, but as the co-owner and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?